Give me a moment while I grab the laptop. Because if I don't have the laptop, I'm not going to be able to see what you guys are saying. So, let's get the laptop open. Hello, hello. I know I normally don't do a live at this time of the day, but it's the time that I have available in order to get done what I want to get done this evening. Hey Jane, how's it going? I am doing an impromptu live. I've got a few things that I know, totally impromptu. Yeah, random lives are the best. I have got to get my act together, and I was like, you know what? Why not do it live? I need to get ready for some plant swaps. I got to get ready for some plant sales for the master gardeners. I'm doing well. I would say a little behind, but not behind for hydroponics, because you kind of start a little bit later than everyone else with hydroponics. When you started all your tomatoes and your okras and all that stuff, because it grows so much faster in hydroponics. So you'll see a lot of people already starting in soil, and then I come in on the back end, and I'm right with the rest of them because hydroponics grows so well. Um, yes, the crowd. Yeah, okay. Yes, the crowd does motivate us. I was watching you the other day, lady, though, getting your Swiss chard and all your lettuces in that really long, large bed that you had out there. What I meant to ask you, are you growing the Swiss chard for yourself or for the chickens? I've heard the chickens really love Swiss chard, and I wanted to start some this fall, and I never got around to it. So I'm going to start some with some winter sowing and have that for some extra snacks for the chickens. So if you throw a comment out there and let me know what you're going to be doing with yep, for the chickens. Yep. Okay, cool. That's what I thought you were growing it for. Chickens, they said they love Swiss chard. So I'm like, okay, that works for me. I got some seeds from somebody that I purchased off of Facebook Marketplace. He had a bunch of botanical interests for $1. So I bought a whole bunch of seeds from him last year, and Swiss chard was in there, and I never tried it. And then I got chickens, and I was like, well, me and the chickens can both try Swiss chard. So, all right, I'm going to go in and jump in and do a real quick introduction of myself. I am Jacqueline, content creator for Four Seasons Garden. I garden in Zone 7A in Northern Virginia here in Warrenton. Thankfully, we did not get all the snow that I heard a lot of 7As, like the 6, 8, 10, 12 inches of snow. We got a little dusting, and it's already gone from what we got on Sunday, which I am so thankful. I'm kind of over the snow after the 8, 12 inches that we got later on, and we actually still have mounds of that snow in different parts of our yard where we had pushed the snow so we could get out the driveway. And then of course in town there's just mountains of snow still. It's amazing that we still have snow this long. So I am also a master gardener. This is my second year. I was class of 2025. I am the treasurer of the master gardener here. So if you're in the area, come join us. I would love to have you join our group. Really great group. We are going to be working on the family shelter here in Warrenton. We're going to be putting a herb garden in, and then we have almost this close to approval to community garden. Hey, Chaz. We're almost this close to having a community garden in the town, and it's going to have about 25 to 30 plots. So we are working on starting some seeds so that we can donate those to those families that will be getting access to the community garden. I am so excited just to be able to have access to folks that maybe don't have a very large yard, or they live in an apartment in the city, I should call it the city, in the town, because it's a little town. We live in the suburbs. The town that doesn't have access to a garden to be able to go in, and I think they're going to be 15 by 15 plots. So really great size to put some tomatoes, some cucumbers, some peppers, some bok choy, some whatever you want to put in there and grow some crops. And it also has accessibility if they don't have vehicle. It does have bus service all through the town, so they will be able to use the service if they're even at let's see, one of the shelters or wherever. They can come in and have access to the plot. I'm super excited. It is a very cool setup. This will be our second community garden in our county. So super excited that we're having more of these in order for folks that don't have access to a yard or don't have enough of a patio or have a shaded patio and they can't do the summer crops. So really excited about that. So Sean the gardener, thank you for coming in. We did not get a lot of snow over here. Thankfully, we only got a dusting. We leave all that snow to Chaz. She got tons of it over there. I want to say CCBB 3579, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, we got a dusting and it's already gone. So for that, I am super thankful. So I have a list. Let me get the list. Because if I don't have a list, I will be very distracted. So today I want to stake up Farmer Chaz. She's right here next to me. This is the let pot that I have with the with my garden. And so we need to stake up the tomato in here. And I'm going to trim the cucumber. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about trimming the cucumber. Let me see if I can get to this cucumber up here without knocking all this other stuff over. I meant to bring it down, and I forgot to bring it down. Let me get the pump out. There. All right, come on, baby. There you are. All right. So here is my quick snap cucumber that I started on November 9th. And notice how short it is. I came in here and I trimmed the plant all the way back. I already have new cucumbers growing on here. And what had happened was that it got straggly. I'll give you a close-up look like this one. So you can see it's gotten long, limby. I'm going to show you some of the fruit on this plant. I'm going to go ahead and pull it. It's misshapen. See, that's not a pretty cucumber. This is a pretty cucumber. So I'm not sure if it's one of two things. It is in a garden that has a lot of other plants where normally I would just give it very specific food. You guys know that I just use the AeroGarden with calcium in here, whereas this other plant has lettuces in it. It has a tomato in it, and I'm not sure if it's not being as nutritious as it could be in there. So what we're going to do, I'll bring my camera down so you guys can see. So what I want to do is stake up this tomato. It's taken over the whole, you can see that it's just kind of taken over the whole thing here. Push my camera back a little bit so you can see a little bit better. There we go. Much better. So we're going to take this and stake it up, and grab the let pot stakes, and we're going to put those in here. I would say that you're not nutritious. I just think that I need to just trim the plant back at this point so that it can have a better, it can do better. Like, look at this one here. That's a pretty cucumber. And that's one of the older ones. And I'm going to go ahead and actually harvest that one. But I want to put these in here. because this one's kind of leaning. It's doing a lean back, the lean back. So I'm going to come in here and put these stakes in here. So there's that stake. I'm going to put another stake right here. And it's just going to give it support so it stays in that one spot instead of leaning everywhere. Hey Chaz, I sent you a package today. I finally made it to the post office. So hopefully you won't be jealous for much longer. So there is that tomato now in its own little confined area. I do have a fan on it. So I have a table fan on our little plant there. So what I want to do with this quick snack, let me turn it, bring the camera down so you guys can see it. There we go. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest that cucumber. And then you can see right here, we have new leaves that are already coming in here that are closer to the stem of the plant. So I believe that I can come in here and trim here, here, and here. So we're going to trim these 3 limbs off to give this plant a little bit more chance of giving me better cucumbers again. I've already gotten, I don't know how much off of this plant, but I just think it's gotten a little straggly, and I want to give it a lot better chance of giving me more fruit here shortly. So give me a second. Got my scissors, got my alcohol, and I got my pads. Hey, Digging in the Dirt, thank you for joining my impromptu live. We're going to do some cleaning up. We're getting ready to start some of our summer crops in our, so I'm just cleaning this off. Summer crops in our hydroponics, so we need to clean them out. All right, there's that, nice and clean. And then we're just going to dry it off. All right, all right, Chaz, don't look, because this could get could hurt you. So I'm just going to come right in here, trim that limb off, so we don't need that anymore. We're going to come in here, trim that off. This limb is now gone. And then we have one more. I'm going to trim it off. I'm going to take this off. And then in about, got my little trash can over here. In about a month's time, maybe not even that long, we will see this plant take off again and give us more fruit. So that is now done. And then when I finally harvested this Marvel of 4 Seasons, I noticed that I had 2 plants in here and not 1. So here's one plant. Here's the one that I actually got really good growth off of. So we're going to come in here and we'll do snip and clip. This is a snip. We're going to take it out. That will be salad for later. So here is now our Farmer Chaz with our tomato staked up. We have trimmed down our quick snack, and now we have another life coming with our Marvel of 4 Seasons. And sometimes you just have to go in there and make those tough decisions. But we know that as we make those tough decisions, our plants are going to thrive because of it. And so we'll come back in about 2 weeks, and we will show you what happens to those plants. All right, and let's get this to connect again, so I'm not weeble wobbling everywhere. All right, we might have to switch. All right, give me a moment as we have a station identification time here. Sorry, I have to switch tripods here because that tripod decided to be silly. But this is why we have many tripods now. All right. I should be back live. All right. Let's get me in the right orientation there. All right, we are back. Sorry about that. All right. Hey, Rich, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. What kind of, okay, digging into it, what kind of tomato plant is that? That is an orange hat tomato. So I love the orange hat tomatoes. I get those from Baker Creek. It's an heirloom type tomato, so you are able to save the seeds from those. So Baker Creek, I think, may still have that 25% off tomatoes. I'm not sure, but that is a great place to. Are you having fun in Belize? You and Miss Chaz? And thank you for jumping in on your vacation to jump in and watch my shenanigans today. All right, so Farmer Chaz is now cleared up. All right, next thing that we wanted to do, let me clear off some of this vegetation into my bowl, is parsley. We're gonna look at that plant. It is out of control. So I think I've got like 2 or 3 plants in each of these. So when you're talking about herbs, you can put more than 1 seed in a pod. And then you get this nice, beautiful, it's just gorgeous. So this is actually the 3rd time that I am harvesting from this plant. And we started this with WIG 2025. So we started this on, let me do the timing right. It would have been December 2nd. All right, so you're driving, that's okay. All right, yep, all right, cool. No, everything's going so good. Thank you for jumping in on asking for the mod. Wonderful. So we are going to get in here and bring you in as we are going to harvest all of this parsley. And I've actually done my first batch of dehydrating in my dehydrator, and it was amazing. And to think that I am harvesting parsley and now using it in my cooking just blows my mind. All right, so now let's get our trimming scissors. So we got our trimmers. We're gonna get in here a little bit more alcohol because we always clean every time. I don't want any diseases. And hopefully you can see this. And I'm just going to come in here and trim the edges of all the, oh my goodness, I wish you could smell. I'm serious. If you could smell this, you would be like, why am I not growing parsley in my home? It smells amazing. So I'm just coming in on the edges of all of these. You notice this new growth here. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer so you can see it. So all this new growth here, we're going to leave that because this is going to allow the plant to keep growing another batch of celery for me. So we just go in all the way down low. We're going to leave that one there. All right, and then we're going to come in on this other plant now. We're going to trim this plant all the way back. I'm going to only get the outer edges. Oh, I actually got that one. Oh, well. All right, let's get all the taller ones and leave those smaller ones to grow. So we're just coming in here, grabbing these bigger ones. right. So the big one there. All right. That one. So I don't snip the wrong one. All right. And there. All right. This is my thoughts about this triple curled parsley. That is all that plant has done. I will probably not grow it again. This was the flat leaf parsley. And like I said, this is my third cutting of this same amount. Look at that. All of that we will go in. Just take off the leaves. Get rid of the stems. Put it in the dehydrator. Yep. Yep, exactly. Super easy. Super duper easy. So that is now done. And I am not going to trim the roots. I have been traumatized. I know you guys get traumatized about snipping. I'm going to show you one of my plants that I trimmed the roots of. And I want you to see how sad I am. I'm in such a sad mode because I trimmed the roots on it and moved it in my bounty and it died. Totally died. And I have to say that I probably will not trim roots again unless, I don't know. There's just something about trimming roots. Every time I trim them, I kill my plant. Every single time. Like, it does not like me trimming the roots. So I think my lesson for me is I can't trim roots. I'm going to let them do their thing. I will pull the ones that are probably in the, if they're in the pump. But as a rule, I'm going to leave them. Yeah, Jackie Cooper, thank you for coming, but I am so sad. And it was a huge plant, had tons of fruit on it, and it's gone to glory, like Miss Lisa would say. It's in the upper room. So there is that. So that is done. We're checking things off of our list. Look at that. I wish you guys could smell it. It smells amazing. So I will get these off later. I might do a little video later on where I'm taking these off and put them in the dehydrator and show you what it looks like after it comes out of the dehydrator. So I'm going to move this to staging area. Give me 1 second. All right, so this is my Ahopegarden. Told you I'm cleaning up. So it's time to clean this one out. Yes, the plant still looks very, very good. I mean, it's very healthy. The reason I am opting to take this one out is because it ended up not being one of my favorites. It was my first time trying out the Siam. And it's not sweet like the Orange Hat. It's not sweet like the Golden Harvest. It's not sweet like the Red Velvet. And I like a nice sweet tomato. I like sweetness, like me. Haha. My sister will probably not agree with that. Hey, G Mama Gross, thank you for joining. Sean the Gardener, thank you for joining. I think I've got everyone who jumped into the room. Let's see. I missed something. Parsley is that stuff that makes the food look... Yes, it does. You can use it to decorate your plate to make it look pretty. I use it for all of my meats. I throw parsley in my chicken, in my beef, in my chicken and beef. Yeah, that's pretty much. I'll even throw a little bit on my seafood. I love parsley on everything. So, and the trimmers, these are the AeroGarden trimmers. I've had these for years. I'm a sucker for, well, you guys know, I love AeroGarden. So I bought all their stuff. I think I showed you guys my pollinator. So I love my pollinator from AeroGarden. It's been pollinating all of my eggplants. All right, so for this plant, we'll bring you in low. We are going to go ahead and harvest. I'm going to clean my clippers off again here, my snippers. We're going to harvest all the tomatoes off of here. If they're not ripe, I'm not worried about it. The chickens will eat it. And the ones that still look good, I'll eat them in a salad. My son actually was in here yesterday, and he's like, I need a tomato salad. I'm like, okay, you know what to do. So he came in here, and it's funny, he likes the Siam. I don't like the Siam, but he likes the Siam, so he'll get most of these. And he just made himself a tomato salad. And I was like, sounds good. And he grabbed, I know you guys say this, he grabbed himself some Old Bay and just threw that on top of his salad. And that was good enough for him. He doesn't put salt on it. We put Old Bay on our tomatoes. So we give it seasoned salt, if you want to put it that way. So you probably see me just coming in here. I'm just taking out all these branches. And the reason is because I am going to go ahead and take this plant out so we can get started with some, I think I'm going to put some hot peppers in here. So look at that. Isn't that pretty? Some pretty maters. Pretty, pretty tomatoes. There's more. And there's more. Look at all those pretty tomatoes. So that will be salad for the kiddos and for myself. So I think I've got everything out of here. So that was 2 plants in here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come in here. We're going to go ahead and take everything out. Look at the roots on that baby. Nice healthy roots. So what we will do now is, after we're done with this, we'll go in and we will clean these all out, take out the oil, the old water, give it a little cleaning with a little bit of Dawn soap or palm olive, whatever you have. Just a real quick clean. And then we will start we're going to start some hot peppers in here. So we might do a second live later on today after we've cleaned these out. I don't think you need to watch me clean these. So move this off. All right, first let me get all these. You can see them. So these are great. So I'll come in and do some more cleanup. So let me grab my bowl for these really quick. So I'm just going to put these in here and I'll clean them up. The green ones, we'll give them to the chickens after they get ripe. But that is my tomatoes. And that's easily one of those pint containers that you get from the grocery store with tomatoes. All right. Remember I told you guys trimming back. It doesn't work for me. Look at this. Look how big this plant was. Gee, Mama, you're in here. I trimmed my roots. And this is the travesty that happened to my plant. Like, it is upper room time. So I don't know if you were in here earlier, but I have decided that I will not trim roots ever again. But look at that. Look at that. That's a golden harvest. Look how big that tomato is. It has become one of my favorites. It tastes amazing. It tastes great. There's quite a few in the room. If you get a moment, if you could hit that like button, that'll be wonderful. Helps a small viewer like me. If you like to share the room out, that would be awesome as well. We are trying to grow our little community. And of course, right now we're talking all things hydroponics. But look how sad. Does orange make it sweeter? Yes, the more orange it is. Like, look how orange that is. Let me see if I can get there it is. The more orange it is, the sweeter it's going to be. So you don't want to pick it. Here, I'll show you this difference. See if I can see that. See how orange that is versus that? That is not orange enough. You want this nice, deep orange before you harvest it. And look at the size difference. It's a huge difference in size. A lot of people want to pick it when it's like this. Too little. Pick it when it's like this. Like, look at these big ones. Like, let it get nice and big. Like, look how little that one is compared to these. They're good size. Like, you have to, if you want to really eat that tomato, you're going to need it to split it into 4s for a salad. All right, so we have now harvested everything off of this plant. So we are going to, I want to see what the roots look like on this one. The roots look great. Here, I'll bring you in. The roots look great, but I trimmed them back. And I'm telling you, this plant it just died on me. Like, I'm sad. Very, very, very sad. So, but I still got a lot of fruit from it. So I'm not sad about that. I got great fruit from it. All right, give me a moment and let me clean off the deck. We got tomato leaves everywhere. Grab my bowl. All right, there we go. All right. So I went to my sister's house and I stole, yes, I said stole, some of her curly kale seeds. And this is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I put one in every hole. I did. I planted every hole, and this one actually has 2 in it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to, thank you, Miss G Mama. Yeah, I think it looks scrumptious too. So we're going to go ahead and harvest some of this, and some of this will be for dinner today. So I could probably just go in here and rip this out instead of you being all cute. So we're going to just come in here. We're going to take the outer edges out of all of these. I have a few dry limbs there. So we're going to come in here and harvest. So you can grow, I mean, for the kale, I recommend plant every hole. It's not too crowded. It's great. You're going to have enough when you harvest it that you're going to get a nice, once it cook, it's going to cook down, but you're going to have a good amount of kale in order to cook it for dinner, or if you choose to cook it for, put in a salad, whatever you choose to do with it. I say plant every hole. This plant has done great planting every single hole in it. It hasn't skipped a beat. Hey, Unique. Okay, that's fine that you're working. You can just be in listen mode. We are going through and harvesting some of our containers. We're cleaning out some of our containers because it's time to start some of our summer crop. We are going to be donating some of our starts to the Master Gardeners plant sale in the plant swap that we're going to be doing here in May. So it's time to start all of those plants. And like I said, I'm just coming in here. Hopefully you can still see what I'm working on. And I'm just taking the outer edges, like just the outer limbs on all of these plants. Some shaded out the smaller ones, so now the smaller ones will now probably take off now that these ones that grew really large really fast. And I'm just coming in and I'm just ripping them out. I'm not being fancy with it. And I'm just making sure I leave the middle, so that it'll keep growing. So cut and come again. You've heard that term. So it's where we just cut, take out the edges, and leave the middles. All right. I think I've harvested enough of that one, of these. All right. Take off some of these dead limbs that are on here. Leave it nice and clean. And the ones that look a little yellow, the chickens will certainly enjoy it. Nothing goes in the trash around here anymore now that I have chickens. The chickens eat everything that I don't eat. So there we go. Here is all, look at that. That's like a bag of kale at the grocery store. So we'll be able to cook that down with some seasoning and some salt pork, whatever you choose to put in your kale. That is going to be perfect. So I'm gonna go put this on the kitchen counter and have my daughter clean it up. All right. And I still have my tomatoes here. I haven't taken those gone. All right, let me move this as well. All right, anything else? Oh, definitely, G Mama. It is going to be way better than anything that I can get at the grocery store, right? I mean, you can't get it better than farm to table, from hydroponics to table at that point. Like you are, it's going from the straight to my dinner plate. Definitely. And unique, yeah, it looked awesome. All right, what is next? I got to go grab my list. All right. We cleaned out one of the Ahopegardens. This one, I did not like any of the tomatoes, and I can tell you for a fact, I will never ever grow it again. They were the Mighty Minis. The flavor was terrible, personally. Here, let me get my camera up a little bit more. The fruit size was just so tiny, like it wasn't even, and they shriveled. I'm going to show you some of that. It just shriveled. They never quite grew. Like, that's like the one full-size tomato that it grew, probably. Like, all of them were these itty-bitty tomatoes. The flavor was horrible. So there were the ones that came with a kit that I had gotten from one of the Facebook Marketplace when I had bought one of the AeroGardens. So I was like, okay, let me try it out. I'm finally venturing out to trying other things now that I have the YouTube channel. So then I can tell you like what my honest opinion is. And my honest opinion is I would never grow it again. Like I said, look how little, like I don't even know if the chickens will even eat it. Like, they're these little shriveled things. Like, they're so tiny. They were not good. Hey, Shelly. So, mini. These are called the Mighty Minis. They were not mighty. They were mini, but they were not mighty. They tasted horrible in my opinion. If I was going to do an AeroGarden tomato, it would be the Golden Harvest. The Golden Harvest AeroGarden tomatoes, amazing. Heirloom, these Mighty Minis. I may try it again. I really don't see myself trying them again, really, to tell you the truth. I did not like them. Like, here, let me show you in my hand. Like, see if you can see that. Like, look at that. Like, this is a Golden Harvest. Like, it's beautiful, big, and then this, and I won't even taste it on camera because it tasted that bad. The chickens probably won't care. So I will give, I don't even know if I'll give them to the chickens. Like, I like my girls too much to give the bad tomatoes even to the chickens. Like, I love my girls. So those will probably go straight to, I won't even compost them because I don't want them to come up in my compost. Like, I don't want them anywhere. Those will go, girl, if I taste it on camera, okay, I'll taste this one on camera. Look at that Golden Harvest. That is so sweet. That was so juicy. That was so good. And look, I've already started saving seeds from the Golden Harvest. I am super excited. I'm going to be sharing some of that with some of my viewers. So if you're here and you're live and you want some of these Golden Harvests, throw it in the chat and I will mail you some of the Golden Harvest. I'm telling you, they were amazing. Amazing. Yes, I like that, Shelly. Pollinate that like button. Absolutely. Unique, you, oh, I'm serious. They were amazing. I will make sure to send you some. I'll go back and look at the chat. And if you ask for some, I will mail you some. Unique, you have a package in the mail too. I mailed out a package to you today. That's my art. Thank you for joining. I think I got everyone who joined since then. No, I just tried these out, so it'll be package number 2. And I'll probably see you in the next week or so anyway, Shelly, because we got to get potatoes. I got to get these potatoes to you because we have potato season coming up. All right. So we're going to move this off to our staging area. And let me grab the next container. All right, G Mama, I am so glad you're here. Because of G Mama, I actually got spinach to sprout. Like, I am so stinking proud of myself. Yes, I said that. I am stinking proud of myself that I got these to sprout. The only thing is, this is the Bloomsdale Long, I think that's what you call them. It went to seed. Like, I got nothing out of these. Like, I'm not sure why I never got anything. Like, it went straight to seed on me. So, I'm not sure what to do about that. I know it's cool enough in here. This room stays around 70 degrees, so it's not too hot. So not sure why that one went to seed. Then this one behind me, this was my favorite. This was the Space Hybrid Spinach. Look how beautiful that is. I have picked off of here 2 times at least, twice, off of this container. It is also going to seed, but at least I got to eat on it before it went to seed. So I have never grown spinach, so this is why the community's here. So even though it's gone to seed, can I harvest the leaves that are on here and still eat them? Okay, so not all, okay. So yeah, this space hybrid did great. The Bloomsdale, not so much. You're right, G Mama. Not everything likes to grow in water. Um, it looks like a baby shrub, doesn't it? And I grew in every pod. Like I told you, spinach you can grow in every pod. I put one plant in every pod. It was perfect for a salad. I came in here, gathered spinach, and I gathered lettuce, and I had a nice, my tomatoes, my cucumbers, right out of my garden. So, G Mama, okay, I can. Wonderful. Thank you for letting me know that. I will, like, you can tell the difference. Like, that was a leaf before it went to seed. Then it started doing these little itty bitty, like these little itty bitty leaves when it started going to seed. There's a good seed. There's a good one. Look, that's a good spinach leaf. Like, it was giving me nice leaves like that for my salads. It was amazing. Yeah, it did really well. And I didn't give it any food because I wasn't sure if it's going to seed, do I need to give it any food? So I just gave it water, so it's not that bright, vibrant green. But you can see the ones that did get the, like, look at that. They were just beautiful. So I will grow this again. G Mama, my question for you, if I let it go to seed, even though it's a hybrid, should I take my chance? And oh, and how did I get these to sprout? I'm going to show ya. I actually got a box. So, mail call. So, if you watch one of G Mama's videos, I'll post a link in my description. G Mama uses these little plastic cups. She doesn't use these kind, but I like, these were like $2.99 or $1.99 on Amazon haul. So they were cheap. So you take one of these cups, fill it about halfway with water, and then I put 4 spritz of the hydrogen peroxide, 1 part hydrogen peroxide, 4 parts water. I have a bottle back there. Spritzed it, put a lid on it, set it aside. I want to say in a week, I had spinach that were sprouting. Like, I was so shocked how quick and easy it was to sprout spinach seeds in water. And then I took those sprouts, put them in my pod. Voila! And I'm telling you, it is amazing. G-Mom, I'm telling you, when you take the time to watch other content creators and the things that they've learned, it's so awesome to take it and put it in and then be so successful. Like, it was, woo, that's how I feel about that one, G-Mama. So, seeds will germinate but turn back into the original plant. Yes. So, definitely, I will be germinating all of my spinach plants like that every single time. That's probably the one plant I have a hard time sprouting in my hydroponics, but everyone has a hard time with that. So that is, I call it the G Mama method. I'm sure it's probably called something else, but to me, it's always going to be the G Mama method. G Mama, you've coined it. All right, so I will harvest off of that later. Like I said, I probably won't do the Bloomsdale. I'm not sure if it was just too warm in the house for it. Even though it says it's slow to bolt, it bolted pretty quickly. And I will do the space hybrid again. All right. All right, last but not least, we've been here almost an hour. So thank you, everyone. Do I have a hydroponics rooms? Sean the Gardener wants to know. I have a hydroponics kitchen. So I'm in my kitchen area. This is like the kitchen nook. So this whole wall, or at least these 2 shelves, is all hydroponics. My last 2 bottom shelves down here are, they're my storage area. Then I have 3 more racks on that side of the room. The 2 shelves on the top are all hydroponics. That shelf is a little, I keep it with only 2 shelves because I want it to go the whole 24 inches. So that shelf only has 4. It actually has 4 eggplants on that one and 4 more quick snap cucumbers on that one. And then I have another shelf over there that has a lot of slims. I have 3 slims across the top. And then I have a Ahopegarden and a Bounty on the other ones. And then on the bottom of that rack has all of my seed boxes. So, like I said in one of my chats before, it's not practical. It is functional. And it's my house. And I'm a single mom. And like I told you yesterday, my son just went up to the tomato yesterday, clipped off some tomatoes and made himself a tomato salad. That made me feel great for me to have my son. What does my shirt say? I am not a gardener. I'm a dirt artist. My sister made that for Christmas for me last year or the year before. So I play in the dirt. I will show you how to play in the dirt. So let's see. Last but not least, so we started off with Farmer Chaz, got that system. We staked up the tomato. We cut out the extra Marvel of Four Seasons lettuce so that the other lettuce can have all of the love and all of the nutrients, like Chaz would say, all of the love. And then we cut back our quick snap cucumber so that it can grow more cucumbers again. And now we started off with one content creator, and we're going to end with guess who? You guys got it. We're going to end with Shelly's Homestead Hideaway. So, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can get the camera to work here. Look at that kohlrabi. That baby is huge. Oh, let me get the leaf out of the way so you guys can see it. I think it's time. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Like, Shelly, like, I am so proud of your little kohlrabi. And then this one's doing great. It is growing. And the other one on this end, it's starting to put some size on it as well. So, yeah. I am so, like, I've never grown kohlrabi again, ever in my life. And of course, I've heard Shelly talk about it so much, helped her start hers last year in her sips. And I was like, it's a bulb that grows on top of the soil. So let's see if I can grow it hydroponically. And I did. I've been trimming the leaves off of this plant and giving it to the chickens. Chickens love it. Let me tell you, love the kohlrabi leaves. As soon as I put it out there, it is gone. So we got dual purpose. So we go in here every now and then and trim back some of the leaves. And let me bring you in nice and close. All right. So let me clean off my little snippers. So the chickens are going to have more leaves. I'm going to go ahead and take that one off. Hopefully you can see. So you're seeing all of that. We're coming in here. Taking all these limbs off. The chickens will have all of that for a snack later on. Look at that bulb. Look. I need to take this one off. This one's got to come off so you guys can see that limb. Look at that kohlrabi. It is every bit of the size of a tennis ball. Every bit. Every little bit. All right, are you guys ready? Guess what we're going to do with this kohlrabi? It is time to guess what? It is time to harvest it. Oh, I need to hold it down closer. Okay. Shelly says I need to get closer to the camera. Closer to the camera. All right. Is that better? All righty. We're going to cut it out. There she is, Miss America. There she is. Isn't she beautiful? That has got to be the prettiest purple plant ever. Like, look at that. I did this thing in my hydroponics. I love it. Look at that. The second. That is amazing. Yes, G Mama, thank you. All the claps and the hearts, thank you. Yep. Look at that. I am so, oh. So, I've been told to make kohlrabi fries out of it. I've done a little bit of research and I can actually store this up to 3 months in my refrigerator. So I could actually store this one, wait for the, for the other two to grow so that I can make a whole. Oh, I can't wait. Yes, I can't wait to taste it either. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to wait till the other two grow. So yeah, this will become kohlrabi fries. And I had to take some pictures. This is just so adorable. So adorable. So it will start to shrink. Mine never lasted that long, Unique said. All right. Okay, don't store it that long, Shelly says. Okay. All righty. I did the fries in the air fryer. That I think I saw you do that, Unique, and that's what I'm going to be doing the same. I'm going to do fries in the air fryer. So we will now let these two here on the end do their thing. And I will be starting some to go outside in my outdoor garden. I am super, super excited. I might even start some with, since they're a cool season crop, I might go ahead and start some in winter sowing because I do have all my containers ready to go. I did not get to start that, and it's a great time to start those now. So I'll probably do a video later on this week about winter sowing those. All right, where's my list? What do I do with my list? I lost my list. Here's my list. All right, so the list for today. Harvest the parsley, harvest the kohlrabi. We did that. We staked up Farmer Chaz. We trimmed back the cucumber. We got ready for the hydroponics. We did the 2 Ahopegardens. We didn't do the bounty. We're kind of at an hour. I didn't want to take too much of your time. But, so what we're going to do now, put this one back. We will clean out the Ahopegardens. We're going to clean out some bounties. We're going to clean out some sprouts. We're going to clean out both of the spinaches. I don't think I'm going to do any more spinach. What I'll do is I'll start some spinach in some winter sowing so we could just plant those out for a spring planting. And I think that's pretty much it. So we're going to finish this up. We have 17 watching. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. We're right at 58 minutes. We're almost at an hour, which is kind of where I wanted to be today. Just showing you some of the things, how to make sure that you're going in here, taking care of your plants. Sometimes you got to go back and stake plants. Sometimes you have some of the things that go bad, like that one golden harvest. I trimmed the roots. Like I said, me personally, I probably won't trim roots again just because the last 2 plants that I trimmed the roots, I actually lost them. And they were really big, really great plants. So I'm not sure if it's because I trimmed it or the plant just decided to go to glory. So I rather know that if I didn't trim them, that if they went to glory, they went to glory on their own and not because I forced them to. We decided that I'm not going to be doing the Mighty Mini tomatoes again. Did not like them. The Siams were okay. I might grow them again for my son because he doesn't like them super sweet. The Siams weren't super sweet, but you saw how much fruit you got off of those 2 plants. A lot of fruit. So if you did 2 plants in an Ahopegarden, you're going to get so much fruit from those kitchen. It's a kitchen mini series. I get those Park Seeds. They are not hybrids. So if you, they are hybrids, sorry, they are hybrids. So if you do decide to save the seeds, I'm not sure what you'll get. They are on the pricey side, so I've been trying to see if there's other sites that have it a little less pricey. I'm hoping that Seeds and Such will pick it up because they already carry the quick snap cucumbers, and they run theirs at $3.99 versus the I think it's $5.95 or $6.95 on Park Seed. Park Seed does run sales every now and then. They'll run a 25% off sale. So I do try to buy, if I have a hybrid seed that I want to buy, I buy it when it's on sale, and then I use the Seed to Spoon app to get it shipped for free. So you can use the shipping for free and then use your discount and get as much as you can off of seeds, especially if you're buying hybrids. Hey Sheena, thank you for joining. The Nichols, thank you. I think I missed you earlier, the Nichols 13. Thank you for joining. So let's see. What are we going to do this evening? I'm hoping to come back this evening. We're going to clean the systems up. We're going to start some peppers. We're going to start our onions. We're going to show you how we organize our seeds in the new garden planner app that I've been using. I've been practicing in it. And it has been really nice to be able to keep track of my seeds already for the stuff that I've already planted. The Tamarillo, I'm going to be starting that. A viewer talked about that, I think two chats back. So we're going to be starting those today as well. We have 3 seeds left. And so we're hoping to save the seeds from that plant. I sent this rest of the seeds that I had to my garden girls, so they're getting those in their mail. Sheeta, you have a package coming to you in the mail as well that has a Tamarillo. Everyone, thank you for joining. Thank you. I'm going to share one more time. Look at that kohlrabi. That is a good size kohlrabi. Did that in the Ahope, not in the Ahope. I did it in the AeroGarden. I did it in the Slim. I just think it was better to just have them like lined up across. Is a little bit closer. Sometimes you got to just depend on which system you use is better suited for some plants. So for me, the Slim was better for my kohlrabi. So thank you everyone for joining. Have a great rest of your evening. I'll probably be back around 7:30-ish. I'll probably try to post it so I just do a pop-up live on you. But thank you everyone who joined today. Oh. Is that good? So. Oh, definitely. You're so smart. All right, I'll make that spot my thumbnail. All right, everyone, thank you for joining and have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you back hopefully later on this evening.